Yo, today about to be reacting to Freaky Ass Roommate. Hey, it's an animation by what's the guy name? But True. Hey, it's an interesting name. But no, I'm not reading this morning. But let's get straight to it.
I would have been incredibly happy never telling this story, but at the same time, it's one of my favorites because it comes with a lot of morals. Last story time I made, people kept calling it fake even though I put a lot of video and picture evidence in the story. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, well I can never tell this one. But at the same time, I'm like, fucking, well shit, if you can tell a story and put evidence.
Personally, cause if I have a roommate and it's the opposite sex of me, we're gonna fuck. We're gonna fuck. I can't be roommates with a girl. I can't even be roommates with a boy. I'd rather live by myself if I'm not living with a girl. Truth be told.
And people still call it fake, then there's literally no point in holding back. So I'm gonna tell this story. Enjoy. All of the previous roommates I'd had in my apartment moved out. Some of them couldn't afford to live there. Some of their boyfriends didn't like the fact that they had a guy for a roommate.
Imagine. Hell no. Nigga, what? You got a girlfriend and her roommate is a... Why y'all just won't go half in on an apartment then? Or something like that. Or do half on a studio or a situation. You too broke to do that? Ain't no way, bro.
I can't really say why because it's not my story to tell. And don't get me wrong, I genuinely thought most of these people were cool in their own individual ways. So of course I wished them the best and told them we would always be friends. But I was at my limit with some of these people. Like I said, most of them were really cool at the end of the day, but there were some huge problems that I can realistically say I am not going to miss. Such as having people routinely crash out on me because it's their period and for some reason that gives them the right to be an asshole.
Like, bro, that's another thing, bro. I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not about to listen to you nag. Are we fucking? No, we're not fucking. So I'm not about to listen to you nag. What? Say that for the next nigga.
And sometimes bi-weekly drug-induced anxiety attacks. Beefing with their boyfriends because they for some delusional reason think that I want their girls. So like I said, awesome group of people, but even awesome people have problems that make them, like, extremely not fucking awesome to be around. I do kind of miss them sometimes though. I really wonder what they're up to. I don't know, maybe if things went a little differently then we could... What the hell was that? One thing that sucks about living alone is there is literally no one to blame all the random noises you hear around your house on. I developed this habit of getting up and leaving the room I was in because I was certain somebody was spying on me. I started unlocking a lot of fears about being in my room animating. Because with me being the only person here, the only person somebody could hurt if they got in here was me.
Hey man, I'm gonna get an ad block when I get monetized. Don't worry about it.
Reciprocating hostility.
Holy shit.
Give me your ass, nigga. Nigga, you see me looking at you, nigga. Give me your ass, nigga.
And like I said, I still like living alone, but there was just some things that were not worth it. Like the rent is so much more expensive when it's just you paying for it versus...
For sure. I'm already knowing, for sure.
And 3 other people paying for it. It was almost like $2,000 a month. Not to mention at that point, the price of almost everything was going up. I was dangerously close to giving head for a carton of eggs, bro. That would have been a real low point. So after a while, thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I guess I've had my fun. It's time we get some roommates to fill all these empty rooms. But I didn't want just anybody in here. It was important to me that I maintain my peace this time. So I started scheduling some interviews to look for possible roommates. Out of all the interviews I had, there were 3 people that stood out to me. Fiona, Michael, and Kimmy. And also this other dude that I used to hang out with, but he lost his phone and went AFK right before the interviews. The person I really wanted though was Kimmy. We had known each other for almost a year at that point, and she was also looking to move out of her parents' place. But due to what I can only imagine is the way that I at that point, and she was also looking to move out of her parents' place. But due
Hurry up, just dressing like 15.
What I can only imagine is the way that I look.
This how this man's look. You got an interesting look, but hey, you look like you cold at drawing, cause
but due to what I can only imagine is
you look like you good at art.
The way that I look, going against their traditional Asian values, they did not want her moving in with me. It actually escalated and they ended up calling. And even though she couldn't live there, she would come to visit me like almost every single day. Which, in my opinion, makes it like she actually does live there, so I don't really know what her parents were going for. But Fiona and Michael seem like cool people, so the last thing left for them to do was to sign the contract. kissed. After that, we shook hands. That does not look like they're shaking my hand. Oh, come on. For a while, they never really struck me as weird people while they were living there. I always spent most of the day animating. Usually around the time that I wanted to call it quits, Mike would come home from his job with a six-pack. Fiona was always a different case though. She loved to talk and I always thought that was really cool about her, but every now and then, she would say some very not PG-13 stuff in the conversation. And me, with the sense of humor that I have, I always thought the shit was hilarious. But Kimmy, on the other hand, did not find it to be the most charming. I didn't really care, bro. As long as they were paying their rent, I didn't have
PG-13. You trying to fight on me? Don't crack no PG-13 jokes around me. What?
Like I said earlier,
What?
I'm usually
match
at
the
home
energy.
animating.
Trust.
One day, I'm sitting at home wrapping up this absolute fucking masterpiece, bro. I got my headphones in, just kind of tuning out the world, but in the corner
What
of
you
my
use to edit? Because I use CapCut too.
masterpiece,
Hold on.
bro. I got my headphones in, just kind of
Yeah, that boy used CapCut. Me too, man.
tuning out the world, but in the corner of my vision, I can see Michael and Fiona arguing about something. But I'm right towards the end of finishing the video, so I don't really care that much. But through my headphones, I can pick up some noticeable buzzwords such as girlfriend and f***ing. So I'm like, okay, let me remove my headphones and pay attention to the conversation that's happening in front of me. And I've been trying to be a little bit more sensitive with my stories. This is a gross fucking topic, but the YouTube friendly version of it is Mike was in his room with his girlfriend. Along comes Fiona. Mike, his girlfriend, and Fiona are hanging out. After a little bit of time passes, Mike and his girlfriend start to get a little bit more intimate. Fiona doesn't leave, and for some fucking reason, Mike doesn't tell her to leave. So
She wanna fight. She wants the threesome. Come on.
he just watches them from start to finish. This was the dumbest ever chain of events
What?
that anybody has ever told me happened because all of it seemed very easily preventable. So when
What?
they tell me what happened, I'm like, haha, you guys had me going. I actually thought you guys were seriously arguing. You guys are kidding, right?
Brother,
But when I found out they were serious, that shit really pissed me off. Because I've been in situations where people live together and they confuse those freedoms of living together with also thinking they should do other things together. And by the end of it, everybody has a delusional idea about what went down, why it went down, who wanted who, and who wanted what. And if you cannot safely live with somebody without crossing those boundaries, and once you two decide to take that step across that boundary, you're arguing about it later instead of taking responsibility for your part in it, you clearly weren't smart enough to make that decision in the first place. Fiona, you should have left. Michael, you should have told her to leave. Neither of you guys did what you were supposed to do in that situation, so neither one of you is more the
Bro, there
good.
shouldn't even be no argument. If she mad that it happened, then she shouldn't even been there. Come on now. Why is this even a conversation?
And neither one of you is more the bad guy. Stop arguing about it and grow the fuck up. The craziest part is, from what I noticed, despite both of them having this argument previously, she still hung out around him religiously, like every fucking day, every second of the day. Besides that, did not even remotely seem like Michael's girlfriend liked Fiona. And I can't speak on their relationship because I'm not in it. Trust me, I understand that. But from the outside looking in, it seemed like one of those do whatever the fuck I say or you won't be my girlfriend by tomorrow type deals. And there's a lot more to it than that, but that's not my story.
It's not that, but it's boundaries, bro. Like, for the men, let's say your girlfriend happen to have dual roommates for whatever the fuck reason. I don't see that happening. But yeah, and you over there trying to have intimate time with her. Then a nigga he just walk up in there. Now he kicking it with y'all too. What are you in here for? And he watching y'all have sex. What are you in here for? Why are you watching? Come on now.
I did not want there to
Weird.
be any more relationship
weird.
drama where I lived. One day, me and Kimmy are texting each other and we're furious because she thinks that the MCU Hulk is better. I'm an actual smart person, so I think that the early 2000s Hulk is better. She's
It
like,
is.
all right, you know what? You, I'm coming over right now. We're gonna watch this early 2000s movie, and if it sucks, we're fighting. She comes over, we're on the bed sitting down before we actually start watching the movie, and in the middle of talking, she just kind of stops and makes a face. First, I don't know what's wrong with her, but then I start making the same face. Because we both hear these really weird screaming noises that are coming from the next room over from us. We both just laugh it off and keep trying to talk over it, but it is not working because it literally sounds like somebody is dying in the most dramatic way possible. After some time passes, I get a little worried, so I just give her the bowl of popcorn. I get up and I'm like, I'm sorry, one of my roommates must be playing like a game or something right now. I'll go tell them to keep it down. I walk out of my room, into the main hallway, and when I do, I see that Fiona's door is open. I go up to the door to ask her if she's okay, and dude, I'm gonna put it like
Mike
this, but
Bending.
take it how you will. When you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be wide open and you should not be that loud. That's all. So I close her door to give her some privacy. Doing that kind of stuff with your door open is disgusting. That was honestly my last straw with these people. It was going to suck having to pay almost $2,000 by myself for rent, but you know what? It's better that that fucking happens than for me to have my female friend be subject to this kind of stuff every time she comes over here. So you know what I did? Bro, we can't just talk about this? Oh, sure you can. Alright, man, so where I'm coming at it from is I think... And just like that, the place was back to being quiet. But it was a different kind of quiet. Because at least this time, I learned
confused.
for sure...
So was she with herself, or was she... Hold on, yo.
Now put it like this, but take it how you will. When you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be... is dying. Most dramatic way possible. After some time passes, I get a little worried, so I just give her the bowl of popcorn. I get up and I'm like, I'm sorry, one of my roommates must be playing like a game or something right now. I'll go tell him to keep it down. I walk out of my room, into the main hallway, and when I do, I see that Fiona's door is open. I go up to the door to ask her if she's okay, and dude, I'm gonna put it like this, but take it how you will. When you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be wide open, and you should not be that loud. That's all.
Okay, so she's not playing with herself. Oh.
I close her door to give her some privacy. Doing that kind of stuff with your door...
Okay.
It's better to be happy by yourself than be miserable in a room full of people.
You know, that's trifling.
Also, I learned that Kimmy's usually right about this kind of shit.
I'm still on their head, with my foot on their neck. All I want is respect. Always.
Hey, man. Honestly, bro, I don't feel like I can do roommates because I enjoy being by myself too much. Even though I have a family, I'll look at the irony in what my statement I just said. But I enjoy being by myself too much. I don't think I could do a roommate. But shit, they got their own little dynamic going on. They can go live with each other, bro. Keep that freaky shit on. No bull. I'd be mad. Invite me. All jokes, all jokes. But no, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Great animation. Bye. But true. Hey, I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.